Right now, the entire retail investing world is staring at one stock, one name, one earnings report, and they are completely missing the trade that is sitting right in front of them. Last week, Nvidia reported record quarterly revenue of $81.6 billion, up 85% from a year ago. The headlines were everywhere. Social media exploded. Retail investors piled in. And on Wall Street, the smart institutional money did something very different. They quietly started selling, not because Nvidia is a bad company, it is an extraordinary company, but because Wall Street understands something most retail investors never learn in time. The biggest gains in any technology cycle do not come from buying the thing everyone is already talking about. They come from buying what the smart money is rotating into next. And right now, in May 2026, institutional capital is rotating out of AI hardware and directly into two specific traded stocks that the mainstream financial media is almost completely ignoring. Today on Future AI Stocks, I'm John A.G., and I'm going to show you exactly what that rotation looks like, why it is happening right now, and which two stocks are sitting directly in the path of that incoming capital. Quick disclaimer before we go further, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing you hear in this video is financial advice. Always do your own independent research before making any investment decision. Let's get into it. Let me start by giving Nvidia its full credit because the numbers genuinely deserve it. In its most recent quarterly report, Nvidia posted revenue of $81.6 billion, with data center revenue alone hitting $75.2 billion, up 92% from a year ago. Their gross margin came in at 74.9%. Earnings per share grew 140% year over year. And they just authorized an additional $80 billion in share repurchases while increasing their quarterly dividend by 25 times from 1 cent per share to 25 cents per share. These are extraordinary numbers. Jensen Huang called the current moment the largest infrastructure expansion in human history. And he is probably right. But here's what Wall Street is actually asking right now, and this is the question that determines where the next wave of millionaires comes from. If the GPUs are already built, already installed, already running inside the hyperscaler data centers, where does the revenue come from next? Nvidia's trailing PE ratio sits at approximately 33 to 45, depending on the source you use. Their forward PE has compressed to around 26 as earnings catch up to the stock price. That is actually more reasonable than it sounds. But the market is starting to ask a different question. The question is not, is Nvidia expensive? The question is, where is the next 10x from here? And HSBC gave the clearest answer I have seen. Their analyst Stephen Bersey stated publicly that 2026 will be, in his words, the kickoff for monetization within software for AI, and that the largest long-term share of value in the AI cycle sits not in hardware, but in software. Goldman Sachs echoed this. Their research team explicitly called out AI platform stocks and productivity beneficiaries as the next phase of the AI trade. This is not speculation. This is Wall Street's institutional playbook playing out in real time. And as that capital moves from chips to software, two stocks are positioned to absorb it. Before I give you the two names, you need to understand the mechanics of what is happening right now, because this context is what separates a great trade from a lucky guess. The AI investment cycle has two phases. Phase one was the build-out. Every major tech company on Earth, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, raced to buy compute. They ordered Nvidia GPUs by the hundreds of thousands. They built data centers. They laid the physical infrastructure. And Nvidia, sitting at the center of that spending wave, captured almost the entire profit pool. That is why Nvidia's revenue went from $44 billion a year ago to $81 billion in a single quarter. But phase one is maturing. The GPUs have been ordered. The data centers are being built. And now the hyperscalers, who collectively committed over $500 billion in AI capital expenditure for 2026, are asking a very different question. They are asking, now that we have the compute, how do we generate revenue from it? The answer to that question is enterprise software. It is the AI agents running inside corporate workflows. It is the platforms that connect AI models to real business processes. It is the software layer that sits on top of all that hardware and actually generates the return on investment that justifies the capital spending. That is phase two, and we are entering it right now. The two stocks that sit at the center of phase two are Palantir Technologies, ticker PLTR, and Microsoft, ticker MSFT. Let me start with Palantir, because the numbers coming out of this company right now are some of the most remarkable I have seen in enterprise software in years. In Q1 2026, Palantir reported total revenue of $1.63 billion, up 85% year over year. Their U.S. commercial revenue, the segment selling AI software to corporations rather than governments, surged 133% year over year to $595 million. Net income hit $870 million. Profit margin reached 53%, and earnings per share beat analyst expectations by 41%. Let me put those numbers in the context of a metric that professional investors use to evaluate software companies, the Rule of 40. The Rule of 40 works like this. You take a company's revenue growth rate and add it to their profit margin. If the number is above 40, the company is considered healthy and well managed. If it is above 60, it is elite. Palantir's current Rule of 40 score is 145. For context, the only other companies in that tier right now are Nvidia and Micron hardware companies, operating at the peak of a supercycle. Palantir is producing semiconductor-level efficiency numbers from enterprise software. That is exceptional. So what is actually driving this? It comes down to one product and one sales methodology. The product is AIP Palantir's artificial intelligence platform. This is not a chatbot. This is not a Copilot tool that makes employees slightly more productive. AIP allows corporations to deploy autonomous AI agents that make decisions, execute workflows, and manage complex operations, all running inside Palantir's secure infrastructure, using the company's own proprietary data. The sales methodology is what Palantir calls AIP Agent Camps Intensive, 5-day workshops where prospective enterprise customers come in, work directly with Palantir engineers, and build live functioning AI agents using their own company data inside Palantir's system. What used to require months of consulting, integration, and pilot testing now produces a working system in 5 days. The real-world outcomes from these deployments are not marketing material. They are documented and verifiable. GE Aerospace deployed Palantir's AIP and achieved a 26% lift in production efficiency. The U.S. Navy deployed their ShipOS on Palantir's infrastructure and compressed manufacturing approval cycle times from 200 hours down to 15 seconds. These are not edge cases. These are the kinds of operational improvements that justify multi-year, multi-million-dollar enterprise contracts. And once a company has live AI agents running inside Palantir's infrastructure, processing their proprietary data, embedded in their daily workflows, the switching cost of leaving is enormous. That is the business model, not selling software licenses, selling mission-critical operational infrastructure that becomes part of how a company runs. Palantir raised their full year 2026 revenue guidance to 71% growth, 10 percentage points above where they guided just 1 quarter earlier. U.S. commercial revenue alone is projected to exceed $3.1 billion by year end. Remaining deal value in the U.S. commercial segment jumped 112% year over year, approaching $5 billion. That is contracted future revenue already locked in. And the capital rotation story adds another layer. As institutional investors start rotating out of hardware and into enterprise AI software, Palantir, the company with the highest growth rate, the best margins, and the most defensible enterprise infrastructure play in the market, is one of the most obvious destinations for that capital. The second stock is Microsoft, ticker MSFT. And this is where the rotation story gets particularly interesting because Microsoft is not just an AI story, it is a valuation story. And right now, it is one of the most compelling valuation setups in the entire Magnificent Seven. Let me explain what I mean. Earlier in 2026, Microsoft's stock went through a rough period. The market got nervous about a narrative that AI would disrupt the existing SaaS software model, that AI tools would make traditional enterprise software obsolete. Microsoft got caught in that fear trade. The stock fell, multiple compressed. And as of late April 2026, Microsoft's forward PE ratio had dropped to somewhere between 21 and 25 times, earnings the lowest valuation range the company has seen in 3 years. Here is why that matters. Microsoft's 10-year average forward PIE is approximately 29 times. At current prices, the stock is trading at a meaningful discount to its own historical average. For comparison, Apple is currently trading at around 30 times forward earnings. The S&P 500 index itself is at approximately 21 times. Microsoft, one of the highest quality businesses on the planet, is trading at or near the market average multiple despite delivering growth that is far above the market average. That is the valuation opportunity. Now let me show you the business reality behind that opportunity because the fear narrative that drove the stock down has been completely disconnected from the actual numbers. In Q3 fiscal 2026, Microsoft reported revenue of $82.89 billion, beating analyst expectations. Azure cloud revenue grew 39% to 40% year over year, continuing to accelerate. Every single business segment inside Microsoft reported growth. And here is the number that defines the AI story. Annualized revenue from AI alone now stands at $37 billion, up 123% year over year. $37 billion in annualized AI revenue, growing at 123%, from a company trading at a market average valuation multiple. The Copilot product alone, Microsoft's AI assistant embedded into Microsoft 365, Teams, Word, Excel, and every other product in their suite now has over 20 million paid commercial seats. Every single one of those seats generates recurring incremental revenue stacked on top of the Microsoft 365 subscriptions those companies are already paying for. And the partnership structure gives Microsoft an advantage that no other enterprise software company can replicate. Microsoft has deep integration agreements with both OpenAI and Anthropic, the two leading AI model developers in the world. Their platform is model agnostic in the sense that it can plug into whatever the best AI model is at any given moment. But the distribution Microsoft 365, Azure, Teams, Dynamics, that is the moat. 630 million commercial seats. Enterprise relationships with virtually every Fortune 500 company on Earth. A sales and distribution infrastructure that took 40 years to build. Azure has become one of the most important AI infrastructure platforms in the world. When corporations want to run AI models securely at enterprise scale, with the compliance, governance, and data sovereignty requirements that large organizations demand, Azure is where they go. And as AI agent deployments scale up across corporate America and Europe, every one of those deployments runs compute on a cloud platform. Azure collects that toll. The CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, described the platform positioning simply. He said their system has become the broadest and most complete AI platform, one that integrates with any model, any cloud, any interface, and any enterprise system their customers use. For a long-term investor looking at the AI software rotation, Microsoft is the institutional safe haven play. It is the company you buy when you want exposure to AI software monetization. Without taking concentrated risk on a single product or a single customer segment, the diversification is built in. And at a forward PE sitting between 21 and 25 against a 10-year average of 29, the valuation case is as clear as it has been in years. Here's the framework I want to leave you with, because I think it is the single most useful way to think about where we are in this AI investment cycle right now. The GPU build-out made Nvidia one of the most valuable companies in human history. That story is real. The numbers are real. $81.6 billion in quarterly revenue, growing at 85%. Those are legitimate historic numbers. But markets are forward-looking. And the question institutional capital is asking right now in May 2026 is not where the money has been made. It is where the money will be made next. HSBC says the kickoff for AI software monetization is 2026. Goldman Sachs says the next phase of the AI trade belongs to AI platform stocks. The data from Palantir 85% revenue growth, a rule of 40 score of 145, $5 billion in locked-in commercial deal value, says the enterprise software rotation is already underway. And Microsoft, $37 billion in annualized AI revenue, 39% Azure growth, 20 million Copilot seats, trading at a 3-year valuation low, says the market has not fully priced in what is happening inside this company. These two stocks, PLTR and MSFT, are not hype plays. They are not speculative bets on technology that might work someday. They are companies generating real revenue, signing real enterprise contracts, and sitting directly in the path of a capital rotation that Wall Street's institutional investors have already started executing. The retail investor who understands this rotation before the headlines catch up, that is who benefits most. Now, one more time, important disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is entirely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this video constitutes financial advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Markets involve risk. Always conduct your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decisions. If this video gave you a new lens for looking at the AI market right now, do me a favor, share it with someone who needs to hear this before the rotation fully plays out. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you more interested in PLTR or MSFT right now, and why? I read every single comment. If you are not yet subscribed to future AI stocks, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We drop analysis like this regularly, and in a market moving this fast, you do not want to be the last one to know. I'm John A.G. I'll see you in the next one.